Kakadosh. Good evening.
Good evening.
Masechet Taanit Gimel Amud Aleph. I'm just going to do a very quick chazara on what we said yesterday. First of all, what we mentioned yesterday was the chidush of the Torah Tamima explaining the double language of Asech Nesech. That why did it say Asech Nesech Shechar? To come and to teach you that we're talking about two different nisuchim, and the fact that it changed the vocabulary of Hasech Nesech, it teaches us both things. First of all, that one of them is Maim and one of them is Maim and one of them is Yain. And number two, that there's two of them. Okay, fine. Now we came and we brought a Mishnah. And in this Mishnah, Masechet Sukkah, Daf Bet. 42b. Yeah? Miami Beach, yes. Yeah, MB. Yeah, so Membet. Right? Over there, it says, Nisuch HaMayim Kol Shiva. Nisuch HaMayim is all 7 days. Yeah? Yekut. Okay. Yeah? So he says, Nisuch HaMayim Kol Shiva is all 7 days. Mani, who is it? Rabbi Yoshua. If it's going to be Rabbi Yoshua, what was the shita of Rabbi Yoshua?
1 day.
1 day. Why 1 day? Because he holds that when do you mention Givurot Geshamim? Shemini Atzeret, on the last day. So if it's only going to be 1 day, right? Neim Echad Yoma. Rabbi Akiva, if it's going to be Rabbi Akiva, what does he say?
6 days.
Trois. So therefore, what happens now is he says like this: if you're going to tell me, then so who's the bright of this Mishnah? The Mishnah Membet Amubet comes and it says that you do it called Shiva, and we don't know who it is. It's not right, Rabbi Yoshua. It's not Rabbi Akiva, and it's not Rabbi Yehuda Bemetera. So the answer is the Gemara. Yeah, Leolam Rabbi Yehuda Bemetera. It is Rabbi Yehuda Bemetera. Yeah.
6 days. 6 days.
Now what? How could it be?
We take out
the Svirale because he holds like Rabbi Yehuda of the Mishnah in one of the halachot and not in both halachot. What does that mean? We're going to bring another Mishnah. Mishnah Masechet Sukkah Daf 48b Memchet Amud Bet. Very good. One off. That's fine. Right. 48b. The Mishnah over there says that there brings down a machloket between Tanakama and Rabbi Yehuda. According to Shitat Tanakama, when they used to do the Nisuch HaMayim, how would they do the Nisuch HaMayim? With a cup or a utensil, a jug, that had 3 logs. That's Tanakama. Rabbi Yehuda argues, and he said with 1 log. That's Shitat Rabbi Yehuda. Second machloket, the Rabbi Yehuda comes and he says, right there in the Mishnah, that they would do it kol shemona. What does that mean? Kol shemona. Okay, which means that according to Tanakama, they would only do it for the first 7 days. According to Shitat Rabbi Yehuda, they would also do it on Shemini Atzeret. So they would do it all 8 days. Right? That's what it says over here. Rabbi Yehuda Omer belog hayam menasech, with 1 log, not with 3. Because if you look up at the Mishnah over there, it says 3 logs. That was Tanakama. Here it's Rabbi Yehuda comes and he says, belog hayam menasech kol shemona, all 8 days.
You remove the first day.
Yeah, all 8 days.
Belog means 1 day.
The log.
No, 1 log.
No, 1 log. 1 log. 1 log. 1 log for 8 days. So now the next one is as follows. The next one now says, Umapik Rishon ume'ayel shemini. But he doesn't hold like 100% like Rabbi Yehuda. Why? Because Rabbi Yehuda says, how many days? all 8 days. What are we looking for? 7. So how does he do that? So you remove the first day. So you remove the first day, right? And you have the 8th day, right? So that's what he says. Mapik rishon. 1 second. Mapik rishon. You take out the first day, right? Umeayel sheni, and then you put in the 8th. So it's 7 days. Chazak baruch. So our Mishnah is like Rabbi Yehuda ben Betera. Until here, we're clear. Very, very good.
What is the name? What is?
So now the Gemara is going to ask again the bomba shaila. Right? That's the bomb question. The bomb question is, 1 second, what was the svara, the logic of Rabbi Yehuda ben Betera? The logic of Rabbi Yehuda ben Betera is, why do you start on the second day? Why do you start on the second day?
Because of
the mem yod mem. So now, if you're going to tell me it's going to start on the second day, when was the hint? When was the hint? Which days? Which days was the hint? Day number
1.
No, 2.
Second.
6.
6 and 7. Not 8. 2, 6, 7. The second day, it says when he's kehem. The 6th day, umsacheha. And the 7th day, kemishpatam. Mem, yod mem. So now says the Gemara, I don't understand you. Why is the Yehuda ben Betera starting on the second day and not on the first day? Because of the mem. Right? It starts on the mem. When does the remes finish? When does it finish? On the 7th day. So why would you add the 8th day? If you're taking out the first day because you don't have a remes, so now what? I'm going to bring in the 8th day. What remes is there on the 8th day? There's no remes on the 8th day. That's what the Gemara asks.
I asked Machloket now.
On the 3rd. Which means as follows. Read inside. Umayshna rishon delo. What is the reasoning why on the first day that you do not do it? Because when the hint of water is basheni hu mize, it's hinted in the second day. Shmini nami. The 8th day also. When is the hint? It's hinted only on the 7th day. So if it's only hinted on the 7th day and not on the 8th day is not included. That's what the Gemara said, and that's what we finished off yesterday. So this was the dichui. This was like as if to say the question on the answer. We had a question. Our original question was, who is the author of the Mishnah that says 7 days? We said it cannot be Rabbi Yoshua. It cannot be Rabbi Akiva. It cannot be Rabbi Yehuda ben Betera. We answered, no. It is Rabbi Yehuda ben Betera. How could it be? Rabbi Yehuda ben Betera does 2 till 7. 2 to 7 is 6 days. Answers are gonna no. It's 2 to 8, and then you have 7 days. But he says, 1 second. What's the logic? Doesn't make sense, right? Completely doesn't make sense. So now the Gemara is going to retract, and this is where we're starting today. Ela, but rather, we're changing now, and we're saying, Be'emet the Mishnah is Rabbi Yoshua. The Mishnah is Rabbi Yoshua. Now remember, what did Rabbi Yoshua say? Rabbi Yoshua said only on the 8th day, which is Shmini Atzeret. Comes and he says, however, though, even though it's Rabbi Yoshua that he says that he's the one that's the author of this Mishnah, he says Nisucha Mayim Kol Shiva is Hilchata Gemidala. Hilchata Gemidala means it's halacha leMoshe Misinai. Right? It's a tradition from Moses. Yeah, halacha leMoshe Misinai. So because of that, he comes and he says it's not a svara anymore. It's not a logic. Because you're right, if you're going to start telling me, well, 1 second, logic, this, that, no, 1 second, it's only 1 day. No. Halakha Moshe Misinai. Halakha Moshe Misinai, you're going to do it for the 7 days. Okay? So he comes and he says, okay, all the 7 days of the Sukkot, and has nothing to do with the deen of mentioning the Geshamim of Sukkot, because if not, it would have been only 1 day. How do we know?
The 7 days
the Amar.
The first day.
Yes, the first day, first 7 days, yes. The Amar Rabbi Ami, Amar Rabbi Yochanan. But says Rabbi Ami in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Nechunya ish bikat bet chavartan. Rabbi Nechunya, that he is a toshav, he lived in bikat bet chavartan, okay? He comes and he says there's going to be 3 different laws, which are halacha leMoshe Misinai. Law number 1, eser netiot, 10 saplings.
In what? But that's
Saplings, trees, young trees. Okay, young trees are called saplings. Okay, number 2, arava. Number 3, nisuch hamayim. Halacha leMoshe miSinai. So therefore, we have 3 different halachot, which are halacha leMoshe miSinai. So because of that, it comes out that the Braita, the Mishnah that says that nisuch hamayim kol shiva is a Yoshua, because he learned it from halacha leMoshe miSinai. That's why. Okay, we're going to say number 1 was eser nitiyot. What exactly are eser nitiyot? 10 saplings, no, right? 10 trees. We're talking about that if you have 10 trees which are distanced in a field of a bet se'ah, okay, of 1 bet se'ah. Okay, here, let me see if it actually has the measurement. It says that maybe it's around 2,500 amot. Okay, 2,500 amot. Okay, so therefore you're allowed to plow it, right, the entire 6th year until Rosh Hashanah of the 7th year. And it's not like the other fields, which you're not allowed to plow, before Rosh Hashanah because of Tosefet Shevi'it, which means like this. During the year of Shemitah, right, this is this year, correct? This year of Shemitah. So during the year of the Shemitah, you're not allowed to plow, to plant, you're not allowed to do anything in Eretz Yisrael. Min ha-Torah. When does this Isur start? The Isur Torah starts already 30 days before Rosh Hashanah. So 30 days before Rosh Hashanah, that's called Tosefet Shevi'it. Shevi'it is only the year of Shemitah. Tosefet, the additional parts, the extra, just like Tosefet Shabbat, the additional. So Tosefet Shevi'it, the extra part of Shevi'it, is 1 month before. So 1 month before Shevi'it, starting from Rosh Chodesh, right? Elul, you're going to start 30 days before Rosh Hashanah. You're not allowed to plant, plow, v'chule, right, in different fields, right? The Chachamim came and they actually even added on to that even more, right? One second, right? And therefore, right, it says over here like this. This is all talking about the entire year of Shemitah plus 30 days before. The rabbis added on even beforehand. If you remember, we learned this actually, right, in Moed Katan, whether they added in already from the, I think it was from Shavuot, or they added in a little bit before. Okay, they added on before. Fine. Nevertheless, if you have a field that it has these small saplings, right, if they're going to be, right, if they're going to be scattered, right, in a distance which is not a bet se'ah, which is not 2,500 amot, you're allowed to come and plow it until Rosh Hashanah. So it's a special heter. It's a special heter that if you have 10 trees within this space, okay, that means it cannot be more than this space. If it's more than this space, out of the question. If it's 10 young trees within this space, you're allowed to come and you're allowed to plow it until Rosh Hashanah itself. That is the first din of Eser Nitiyot. Okay, that's the first halacha. Second halacha, arava. What is arava? Arava is that they take in the Bet HaMikdash on Chag HaSukkot. Remember that they used to take arava. We're not talking about in your love and etrog. They used to take the arava in the Bet HaMikdash. Right? That's why we do the Hoshanot and all those things. So the Gemara in Sukkah says there's a machloket over there to do with the arava in the Mikdash. According to one of them, they used to do the netilah. The Kohanim used to take the anfei arava, the big trees, the big leaves of the arava, right? And they used to go around the mizbeach with it, okay? And therefore, and then afterwards, they used to put it standing up on the mizbeach, right? No. We don't do that.
We have
yeah?
We have in the
no, again, you have it in the lulav. I'll repeat myself. It's not in the lulav. By itself, big branches of arava going around the mizbeach, not the seva, right? No, not the same time, right? But and then what happens is they used to come and put it standing up on top of the mizbeach. Okay, so now it says over here like this. So this is called mitzvat arava. So the concept that they used to do this of mitzvah arava is also halacha leMoshe miSinai. Okay, because the arava that we take on Rosh Hashanah is not even bichlal. That's minhag devim. Has nothing to do with it, right? The one that we do on Rosh Hashanah. Okay, that's going to be 1 second. That's going to be the second point. The third.
Yeah, I don't find it either.
The last one is the nisuch hamayim. Okay, and the nisuch hamayim is halacha. We already know what is nisuch hamayim. So obviously we know that nisuch hamayim is what we're talking about here. So these are the 3 different halachot which are halacha leMoshe miSinai, and therefore, right, this is how you remember them. Okay.